The Train. Wow. You're welcome to the review of the latest Mount Zion movie, The Train. Where should I start from? First up, I think we should appreciate Damilola Mike-Bamiloye for the way in which he wrote the screenplay. You know, despite the fact that the story in itself is very powerful, a poor screenplay might have made it less glorious. So we shouldn't take it for granted that the story was brilliantly written and shot. And then talking about the shooting and the editing, one part that I love so much is that place where there was a transition between the previous scene and the wedding scene. That place was really cool, was really beautiful, and I loved it so much. A lot of time, resources, energy, money, and materials must have gone into this project to make it a success. I'm sure that the costume, makeup, and set designers must have had a lot of work on their hands to do. All the attires, the hairstyle, the houses, the props. I'm talking about the television, the radio, shoes, plates, even the currency. All were from that latter part of the 20th century. All the actors put in a very good performance, even the children actors. I'm sure that a few would have had to learn the Elisha dialect of the Yoruba language. I can't begin to mention how each person played their roles wonderfully. 8-year-old Abayomi was an act to watch. Lara Ayola played the elder sister of Mike-Bamiloye so well, and we can see why he regards her as his mother. Bamiloye's mother played her role very well, and then Bro Rotimi, such delivery of humorous lines, and then the raw emotion he showed when he was told to pay a price that he felt was too much. Wole Olale's performance was short but memorable, and then Tolu Lope, Mike-Bamiloye's performance as Gloria Bamiloye was really good, and then Seun Adejumobi as Mike-Bamiloye. I can't commend them all enough. Very wonderful performances for everyone involved in this story. The choice of using chapters in this movie was perfect. I say this because it made it easier to follow the story. For me, the story got more interesting with each new chapter, and so between chapter 5, chapter 6, and chapter 7, it's really difficult for me to pick my favorite because they were all so good. There is a good deal of humor in the story as a whole, and a lot of genuine laugh out loud moments. One particular scene that makes me laugh every time I remember it is where Abayomi was taken to the prophetess, and she said that a sacrifice needed to be made for his destiny to be salvaged, and then he was the one that would determine what the sacrifice would be. And guess what he requested for? A balloon. And then the balloon that was meant to salvage his destiny eventually burst. Thank God Jesus saved his soul, because we don't know what would have happened with his destiny. Also, there are a lot of catchphrases that will bless you in this movie. For your interest to be sustained in a movie that is almost 3 hours long, there will have to be a lot of elements thrown in to achieve that. In that regard, the music played its part. There was a variety of tunes that kept the mood going throughout the runtime of the movie. There were also some Easter egg references to earlier Mount Zion movies. For example, the Agbaranla theme song was used in the trailer. While there was another soundtrack that had been resung by J. Mikey, but here we were given an acoustic version of it. The music coordination was really well done. The movie showed us that Mike-Bamiloye had some guardians while growing up. These guardians loved him and took him as their own. And so it really hurt us that Yaeleni died at the beginning of the movie. However, I think it would have been better if the movie had let us know what relationship those guardians had with the Bamiloye family. Nonetheless, he faces a lot of challenges and oppositions, but God eventually sees him through, and here he is today. Going through each chapter, we would notice that God had always placed people around him that would lead him in the right way. Even as a child, seeds of righteousness were being sown in him, even though they didn't manifest until he was a teenager. We also see that he committed himself to the work of God, and there were tough decisions he had to make along the way. But the testimony is there for all to see today. That family and everyone in that ministry are blessed. I strongly believe that this movie has really great potential for encouraging many people. Also, the focus of many will be redirected to God. Many will receive instructions for their lives. Many will begin to understand how important it is to get married to the right person. And many will see how important vision is and not material things. The movie, in the words of evangelist Mike-Bamiloye in an Instagram post of his on the morning of the release of the movie, is a gift to everyone who watches it, and indeed it is. Alright, we've come to the end of the review of The Train. Have you watched it? What did you think about it? What was your favorite scene? What was the funniest scene to you? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Also, if you like what we're doing, please watch, like, and share our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so that you'll get informed anytime we upload a new video. Till the next video, stay blessed.